It should be live.
We are
We're
live.
live on.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, I'm gonna use my laptop. Zach, I'll let you introduce everything today, and I'm gonna go live on my Facebook page.
I have to go, so I have to close this now. Sorry, we're live in multiple locations, so
we're going live on our Give Back Team Facebook page. I'm pushing it to my personal Facebook page. AJ, you're pushing it to your personal Facebook page, right?
I am driving at the moment. I am not pushing it anywhere.
just tag him when you share it.
Okay, and then we're going live on Instagram as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so bear with us while we get everything going live. So if anyone has any questions as it relates to anything that we're talking about, and I think Melissa's going to join us at some point here soon too. But if you have any questions of anything that we're talking about or anything that, okay, I just got a phone call.
Going
or
live
anything
as well, right?
Okay,
Sorry.
I can hear my. It's okay. Or anything real estate related, you can always just text or put it in any of the comments on any of the feeds that we're going live, because Zach is monitoring everything. And I am sharing it right now.
This is how technical we have gotten. My phone is in a cup on Instagram live.
Live now. Text us your questions. And I'm going to tag Zach. I'll tag AJ. And so this should go over to all of your pages.
Yeah.
So you can monitor this, and I will tag Melissa. Perfect. And Melissa hopefully will be joining us very shortly. So, all right. We've been shared. All right. So today, first of all, happy Friday to everybody. We made it through another week. And I know it doesn't even feel like Friday, does it? Does it feel like Friday?
Oh, it
Nope.
feels like Friday.
So AJ, let me ask you, since you're in your car, where are you going?
I am going to go show property.
So see, out of all of us, AJ is still out and about. Do you have gloves?
Somewhere.
AJ,
I have them somewhere.
do you have hand sanitizer?
Hand sanitizer I do, and my client also brings it, so we are covered.
Okay, good. So how many homes are you actually seeing today?
5 with one client and 1 with another.
So as you can see that, you know, real estate is still happening. I was on the radio this morning with B101.5 with Dee Daniels, and this is kind of a spillover. We said any other questions that anyone had, which I do have a couple questions that I got after being on the radio. So we'll address those now. I know we said we were going to talk about staging, which we still can do as well. So if you have any staging related questions, feel free to ask away. As some of you know, I'm also a stager. I'm not just a realtor, but I'm also a stager. And I have a couple props around me. I'm sitting in my home office with a lot of chaos behind me. So I'm going to tell you some of the do's and the don'ts. And it doesn't have to be that you're staging to move. It could be staging just to stage your own home. So a lot of people do stage their house to live in it, which I need to obviously take my own advice, hence all the chaos behind me on the bookshelf. So, but one thing I wanted to kick off with is, it was funny. I think it was, what was it, 2 days ago? I guess I could look at the date on this. It was April 2nd. So that was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Why does it feel like 2 days ago or 3 days ago?
You know what? It's funny. When we were talking this morning, I'm like, you asked me what day it was, and I'm like, it's April 3rd. And I'm like, wow, March took forever to get by, and like we're already on day 3 of April. Okay.
I know, it's weird. It feels like, I don't know. I'm hot and I'm cold. I can't decide. It's cold outside here today. So, so yesterday in the paper was in the Freelance Star, which is the local newspaper to the Fredericksburg region. The cover of the newspaper, and it was ironic because the mail person literally delivered me a package, and this was like this. It was actually just like that, sticking up. And I was like, oh my gosh, how appropriate is that? I stepped out my front door and I see the headline, realtors, clients work through coronavirus era. And so we've been saying, you know, this entire time that we are still working. Obviously, you can see that AJ's in his car right now meeting clients. I am personally not meeting clients other than this way, if at all possible. And once Melissa jumps on, I know she'll talk about she's not meeting clients face to face either, that we're doing everything as virtual as possible. So, but it's interesting that this was on the paper right after the governor of Virginia had made the announcement, to stay in place. But real estate is still something that is taking place in our market. And, we do have a lot of people who are in the Northern Virginia, Stafford, Fredericksburg, Spotsylvania area. I kind of lump all that together, that are either government or because of their jobs or whatever their situation is, that they still need to move. And so contracts that were under contract are still closing. Buyers, as you can see with AJ, are still looking. They need a place to live. And our sellers are still listing. And in our case, they're going under contract. If they're showing well and priced well, because inventory is so low, they're going under contract relatively quickly. So, which they were before. I mean, Zach, you know that because you kind of oversee all of the deals that are coming in. Is that what you're seeing from just the big picture perspective from our team?
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And we're still busy. We, as a team, we're still very busy. I think that we have been, at least I know myself, you and I have been going nonstop for the past like 5 days. I feel like we haven't slept. It's like as soon as we wake up in the morning, we're together, zooming back and forth, and like it's not stopped. Yesterday I was on the phone all day. I was joking. I had to charge my phone 4 times yesterday from 0 up because it was that crazy. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and so, right now the changes are coming like every day. It's something different. And so, for anyone that's out there, and this is something that came up on the radio this morning on the Ask the Realtor segment on B101.5, was, should I still list my home, and are deals still happening? And the answers to both of those are yes and yes. Should I still list my home? Well, if you have a place that you are going to and you need to move, you can still definitely list your home now. I mean, I defer to, I know this isn't just necessarily going to be seen per se by our local Northern Virginia people. So defer to your local agent if you're outside of our purview, if you're outside of our area. And if you need help with an agent, we can help you with a local agent as well. We have partnering agents across the country and internationally in some cases too. But I would always recommend that you talk to the local expert and see what's happening in your market. And to speak to Northern Virginia, inventory is still really low and homes are going under contract very quickly in most cases. So if you need to sell, it's always an okay time to list your house. Now, we do make concessions with how homes are being shown. And, AJ just mentioned, I know I see he's gone right now. I don't see his picture anymore, but,
I'm looking at my GPS, that's why.
Okay. But so, I mean, you if you want to jump in, I don't want you to get lost meeting your client, but you're showing homes and you're doing that in as safe of a possible way. So by using gloves and hand sanitizer. And I will tell you that the other day I did have to meet a client. They were purchasing a home and that seller lost their employment. And unfortunately that deal fell through and my client needs a place to live. And so I did go out and meet them. We saw 3 homes. I got the approval from the seller and the seller's agent for me to be allowed to open the door, step aside, leave the front door open so I could communicate with the client. And they were actually able to enter and tour the home with fresh gloves on, booties on. The lights were all on, the doors were open. So they were using elbows to, open closet doors if needed, but they actually went through the home without me going in. So there's different concessions. It's home by home and seller by seller basis, but we can make these things happen for our buyers and our sellers. So, hey, Melissa, how are you?
Hi, beautiful.
How's it going?
Good. How are you, Zach?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I smell good. I just shaved, brushed my teeth, took a shower.
I took a shower this morning too.
Did you?
Yes.
Sometimes I don't shower till much later, but Ginger was talking to me at 9 minutes to 11 and said, make sure you're on the call. And I have allergies, so I'd snot dripping down my face and coughing and sneezing. And so here I am, just as pale as ever.
You're beautiful.
I was on the phone with her probably 10 minutes before you, and I'm like, I gotta go. If you want me to be on this call, I gotta go.
right? I have a clean t-shirt on. This is the camp we did,
Oh, that's right.
Point
You want-
Hope.
Tell everyone what that was. That was kind of a
Point
cool
of
thing. We
Hope.
didn't really talk a lot about that.
We helped send, was it 18?
30.
No, at 30. It was 30.
30 kids to camp for the weekend that had been dealing with loss of a family member, right?
Yep.
Right.
Why can't I see AJ?
I'm
He's looking at
driving.
his he's looking at his GPS, trying not to get lost. So he's with us, but he just can't. He needs to look at his screen and the road.
Is he essential?
He's essential.
I am.
You're not essential to the taco truck, weirdo. Go home.
I am. It's supporting small business.
That's where you're going, isn't it?
No, I'm going to go show houses.
He's got 2 clients. He just mentioned that before you hopped on the call. But so, Melissa, finish telling everybody about what the camp was and who it was for. What charity we were working with. Because you even said she was just on the news.
Capital Caring. And yes, I just saw her on the news, but I only saw her face. I didn't see what it was about because Jim has Fox on 24 hours a day and I yell at him to get it off. And I was just like, change it. And I said, look who it is. So we do a lot with them. They're a great local charity in our area who help support family members who have lost people, loved ones in their life. And they're just great. They do a lot of stuff with families that are sick and help support the family members that may need help in their lives getting through.
Yeah. And they added recently the healthcare part of it. So their headquarters are in Fairfax, and then they have another smaller headquarter out of Fredericksburg. And even over the summer, AJ and I were able to take a bunch of kids to the Redskins summer camp, which was really a cool experience too. And they were kids who either lost a sibling or a parent, I believe. So they're a great local organization. And for anyone, I know we're kind of sidetracking from talking about staging completely, but if anyone wants to know a little bit more about them, you can always reach out to us. But part of Give Back Team, I mean, what we do is we partner with local charities. We donate back to the charity of our client's choice after closing, but we do a lot of work within the community too. And I'm really proud of that, what we did. And America's Choice Mortgage, we did that camp, that the t-shirt that Melissa's wearing, we did it in conjunction with them. And it was a pretty amazing thing. We got to be there for the kickoff when all the kids arrived. And it's just really nice to be able to see the direct impact that people are having within our community by doing good things. So I'm very proud of us for being part of that. And that was pretty awesome. And Capital Caring does a lot for the Northern Virginia, Fredericksburg, Stafford community. And, they've added the healthcare part to it as well. So they're growing. And I know that they're probably struggling right now too, because they do a lot of palliative care where they're going in to help people, and I'm sure that they're struggling for the masks and the gloves and all the, the things that they need to do their job on a daily basis too. So, so that's an organization that we work, one of them that we work with and help within Northern Virginia. So, but let's switch gears for a second. So Melissa, let's just talk about like what you've got going on right now. And we were talking about still doing real estate, and that this was, on the front page of the paper just yesterday that, we're still working, but we're just working a little bit differently. I was interviewed, just as an aside, I was interviewed for an article the other day, and I guess my words were, and I didn't even realize it, that we're doing business unusual. It's not business as usual, it's business as unusual. We're just changing gears. And we did this virtual thing for a long time with our sight unseen buyers that are overseas. But now we're doing it for everyone. So why don't you talk a little bit about what's going on in your world with the buyers?
I have some magic stuff going on in my world that I'm not sharing with anyone.
She's very superstitious. She doesn't like talking about it until it's done.
I'm a firm believer. If you talk about it, it don't happen. My mama always said, don't count your eggs till they're in the basket.
That's right.
Right? And so eggs aren't in the basket, but there's some magical stuff going on over here. And I like to just take AJ by surprise when something fantastic happens in my world.
There's
Kyle,
a friendly competition. They're both, I mean, they both support each other tremendously, but it's funny because they both kind of push each other as on the buyer's side, which is pretty awesome. So anyway.
well, and he's got it way over me. He's still out there in the world. I'm just a little chicken afraid to leave my house. So, it's me and this recliner and computer. So he's probably going to pass me here any second. So I try not to poke too much fun. Because obviously there's times when he's down, I got to pick him up. And there's a lot more times when I'm down, he's got to pick me up. So it's all it's all relevant, but a lot of phone calls, talking to people. People want to talk, people want to buy, a lot is on hold, but a lot isn't on hold. People want to continue, but at the same time, you got to be cautious.
Mhm.
You don't want to go out and catch something and bring it home
Right.
to loved ones. You don't want to, suppose one of us was exposed and don't know, and we're going into people's homes. So there's so many aspects of this. You just got to be considerate. And I'm working the best I can from this chair. Honestly.
Well, I mean, you had a closing, was it yesterday or the day before? Again, track of time and days for me are kind of all blurred, but you just had two closings.
Let me correct you because I know those. I had a closing Tuesday, I had a closing Monday, and I had a closing last Thursday. And I had a referral closing a couple days before that. So that's 4. 4, AJ. 4.
You guys are
Remember,
hysterical.
I'm the sleeper.
Ooh, I love it. I
You're
love
the
it.
sleeper cell.
I'm sorry.
I have a real good one to say about that, but I won't because I'll get in trouble.
So
You know what I'd say right now, too.
All right, so we're 20 minutes in. So today was all about staging, but you also were on the radio show this morning with B101.5.
yeah, and so we're kind of talking about some of these questions are the spillover from what happened this morning. So and I don't know if you, Melissa, I don't know if you've gone and pushed this onto your Facebook page, but I did tag you and AJ too.
Girl,
So
do you think I want my people seeing me all pale with pimples on my chin?
girl, we're posting this everywhere. It's even on Instagram right now.
Man, look at me. I'm a mess from these
It's
allergies.
okay. You're beautiful. But so some of the questions that came in this morning, and I'll kind of keep it out to the group too, was one of the questions I got was, can I still sell my home? That was one. And the other one was, if I'm a buyer, how do I buy a house right now? So both of you are working in 2 different aspects, from the buyer's agent perspective. So AJ's sitting in his car, getting ready to meet someone, and Melissa's sitting in her recliner, maybe getting ready to meet someone or having those conversations. So AJ, just tell us in a quick nutshell, how are you working with buyers right now? Because that was a question from the radio this morning.
How I'm very carefully in terms of keeping my distance once I open a door, wearing gloves, having hand sanitizer or wipes, and talking to the agent if the house isn't vacant to make sure that the sellers leave the doors open, leave lights on, and such.
And are you finding when you're going in the house, because I noticed this just the other day when I opened the 3 doors, that 2 of the homes when I opened the door, and I didn't walk through the threshold, but right there was a tub of wipes. There were gloves in 2 of the 3 homes. They're doing that, right?
Some are, and some really don't care.
Yeah.
They're just, at your own risk, so to speak.
Right.
So you have both sides of the spectrum. And obviously the vacant homes are, you take extra precaution because you don't know who's been through the house.
Right. But you are bringing gloves. I know we were joking, but you have gloves for you, and you're recommending that your clients bring gloves as well, correct?
That is correct.
Why do you have rubber? Do you have rubber gloves, AJ? Because I have a couple boxes, and when I do meet somebody at the house, is what I'm doing is a little sandwich baggie. I put my business cards in there, my lender's business cards in there, a couple of hand wipes. I have individual packages and some rubber gloves, and I just huck it to them across the driveway. And, I pull my
Why
little
can I
mask on.
just? I
Put that
totally
on.
believe in that.
Yep, put
I
that on. Okay.
Y'all are funny.
AJ, you could totally see her do that, can't you?
Here you go.
Absolutely.
Don't worry
But-
about it. I'll send you something to sign. It's all good. Just sign it.
But Melissa, you aren't meeting clients anymore at this point.
She can't. She's got a weak immune system. She's always sick.
No, and that's what I'm saying. So Melissa, how are you handling your buyers right now? Because you're not physically meeting them anymore. So tell everyone what you're doing. How is business happening for you with your buyers?
99.9% of the time, I'm right here in this recliner making my buyers happy. But when there is a necessity for me to move, I put the bra on and go.
This is why we love Melissa. It's kind of a joke on the team. So,
This is like a whole month of no bra. And Jack knows, everyone who knows me, my goal in life is to get home, unbra, and be done.
I think we say it's bra off, right? Bra
Off.
off.
Zach
Listen.
even bra offs.
We are very candid here at Give Back Team.
Well,
So if you have any other questions like this, please feel free to keep going.
Yeah, but everybody in the world, in one sense or another, bras off.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether
Yeah.
you get home and you have, you know how
Yeah,
you. watch
so you
TV
know,
shows?
tomorrow, don't try to reach me. I'm unavailable all day.
Bra off. So that's
Bra
our
off.
new thing.
Phone is off tomorrow.
When Ginger tasks us, you should just be able to say bra off. Sorry.
I'm gonna change my text response from the can't talk right now to bra off. Sorry.
Sorry, bra off.
AJ, I don't know if I can handle getting that from you though. I don't know if that would be a good
No,
No,
you will not
AJ
hear
would
me
be
say
like,
that.
sorry,
taco
taco
time.
on.
I
Taco
think
on.
it should be taco time. That's it. When
Okay,
AJ's
taco
unavailable.
time. I'll bra off. Ginger is just like, sorry, chaos.
Okay. No, it's usually hair on fire. I need
And
like
Zach
that. I
should
need
be, sorry, Target time.
yeah.
Do you know I
Otherwise,
haven't been in a
I'll buy it
Target in
on
over a
online
month?
shopping. What's
Over a
that?
month.
I had them delivered.
I
Oh my
ordered
gosh.
something last night from Sam's Club though, and I'm not even a Sam's Club member. Did you know you can buy things online from Sam's Club? You just pay a 10% charge that's more expensive. But I'm gonna tell you, the price was so good on what I ordered, I didn't care to pay the 10%. It was fine.
Okay,
Did
so
you
What'd you order?
Did you
What'd
get
you order?
Swiffers? Did you get Swiffers?
Yep.
He's
What?
been looking for
What did you
the Swiffer things for the
Oh.
flooring. For
The
floors.
mop heads for the Swiffer Wet Jet, you can't find them anywhere.
Yeah.
Mm.
you're
He
so
said- he
cute,
said sorry,
Zach.
Hey, you all want to hear something? I bought some organic toilet paper yesterday. That stuff was expensive.
Wait, you needed toilet paper that badly that I could have helped you
No,
with toilet paper.
No, I didn't need it, but my sister and Keith's like, go get toilet paper, go get this. So I just happened to walk into Mom's Organic, and they had toilet paper, and you can only buy one pack, which is 4 rolls. So I bought 2 different transactions. Almost got into an argument. I'm like, listen, it's 2 different households. I
So
need
how much-
2 packs.
How much
They were
was it?
like, it was like $6 for one thing.
Wow.
It's organic. I'm like, what's
Well-
organic about paper?
I don't know, but I guess it's good for the environment. So you're doing your part, and your sister is too.
I wonder what
Right.
happens when like I actually need toilet paper. Like I'm not panicking right now, but like what is
Man,
it-
you're Asian, man. Go back to your roots.
I guess we start showing houses again so we can see what they have.
So don't
Wrong.
laugh. Don't laugh because I saw that. Like if you buy this house and on the island, it said if you buy this house, and it was like a giant thing of Purell, like the big pump one that you get for kids, like going back to school. It was full.
I
And
saw
then they
a
had, like-
contract in a market very close to us that someone wrote all toilet paper in the house conveys.
Conveys, yes. Well, and this one had like from Costco, the big pack of toilet paper, the big pack of paper towels. And I think it had like some coupons or something like that for local, like, you know, supporting the local restaurants in the area. But I was dying laughing. I'm like, if you buy this house, this is your closing gift from the seller.
Cool. I like that.
I do too. It was clever. It was very funny.
We're running low here, so I took a stash and hid it under my sink. And my obnoxious daughter last night came out to get toilet paper. I'm like, you're using too much toilet paper. She calls me Becky. She's like, Becky, I found the toilet paper under your sink, Becky. Don't be lying, Becky. I'm like, I will kill you.
Well, you all know we have 2 bidets in my house. So we've gone slightly European in our house, and I'm thankful for both of those. So if we run low, we're a little bit better off because of that. So that's the European living from us. Thank you for living in Italy for a few years for that.
Well, the toilet paper thing has to catch up sooner or later, no?
No.
Yes. Why wouldn't it catch up? People went crazy for a while. And you know what? I will
They're
say,
still going crazy. You still can't find it.
yes, you can. Yes, you can. My husband was in the Costco in Woodbridge.
They just went there yesterday. They have none.
No, but they're
They
getting
didn't have any
deliveries.
yesterday.
They're getting
They
deliveries.
they did have paper towels.
And don't forget, you could use tissues too. Like if all else fails, buy the tissues.
Yeah, but I screwed up. I bought tissues. You know what my tissues are? Vicks.
Oh my God.
I actually use those tissues. I like them.
I love them, but can you imagine washing your hoo-ha with that? That's not good.
Oh my gosh. This is why I love our group.
You what?
Oh, is
Oh,
that
wow, what
AJ?
happened to AJ?
He's
AJ's
like
like-
robotic.
And he's frozen and he's like this, like, oh my God. Like,
Perfect.
oh my-
Perfect.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about staging. AJ, you're freezing. You're freezing.
Like
He looks
really bad.
like really, like he looks okay. So just as a complete aside, squirrel for a second, we've been doing the Harry Potter marathon in my house, and I think is that him?
I think he's gonna go.
You need to mute him or something. But he looks like Voldemort. Like his face is all,
Like we're trying to protect his identity.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, well, the topic for today too was also talking about staging. So let's just do that really quick and kind of give a couple quick staging tips, because I know that was something that we were going to talk about. So, as you can see behind me, my bookshelf, which is totally full of books. And so if anyone is looking to do anything, one of the things I always say from a staging perspective is the 3Ds. You guys already know what I'm going to say. Zach, you want to say them? Declutter.
Depersonalize, deep clean.
Yes. So declutter is what I need to do on this bookshelf. So if you were thinking of putting your house on the market, but you're waiting at this point until you feel more comfortable with doing so, if you were me, okay, I think AJ left the building. If you were me, what I would recommend is that you get all of the paperback books off of those bookshelves, keep some of the hardcover books, and actually position them just, like some up and down on another shelf, maybe this way. But the key thing is anything that's smaller than maybe like your fist is, the way I was taught, it's dandruff. So pack it up, get rid of it.
I've heard grapefruit, smaller than a grapefruit.
So yeah, my fist is probably about the size of an orange. So yeah, I mean, and the reason why is when you step into a room, this is just a thought, stand in the doorway. This is what I always do when I'm walking through listings, and Zach knows I do this. So when you're looking from the doorway, you want to see as much floor space as possible. So that stack of papers or books or whatever that you have on the floor, clean them up, get rid of them. You don't need them anymore. If you've read them, either pack them up like all these other books back here, or use those for your staging and put them on your bookshelf if they're not paperbacks. But you want to see as much floor space as possible. And you also want to take down If you have a ton of family photos, I mean, unless you're planning on living there and not staging for moving, but staging for living, you still just want to reduce the overall amount of clutter on the walls, as well as what you're seeing visually. So what I suggest is the rule of threes. And so I have with me a couple of examples. So this is something that's kind of modern. You can actually put a candle in it sometimes, and I usually do, and it kind of gives a cool reflection of color. Blue is still the color of the year. So I'm going to turn my camera real quick. You can see the accent behind one of the colors of the year. To do any accents, you don't necessarily need to paint the wall, but you can online shop and change your curtains if you wanted to, and put some blue curtains or some darker gray curtains in your room. If you are painting, the colors right now still are the grays, the greiges. If you wanted to go to a light beige, that's still, you know, still a neutral color, but I'd say more the greige, which is that grayish beige that could go either way, would be a safe choice. And then for accents, the shades of blue are the, you know, the colors for now. And actually the accent color, which is unique, is a pink. So if you look at Pantone's color of the year, you'll see it's a darker blue like that wall. And Sherwin-Williams and Behr, most of those colors, they're showing shades of a blue, a darker blue also. So you don't need to paint the whole wall, but you can add a pop of color with a pillow, or like I said, curtains. So the rules of three. Are you there? Oh, hey, Frankie.
Get down, Lola. Get down.
Oh, that's Lola's at your feet.
Climbing all over me like they're kitty cats.
But I'm just going to give you a quick example, and then we can switch topics. So this is height. This is low. And then you'd put something small in front of it. And this probably from a perspective and an optic, the way that I'm holding it is a little odd looking, and then in front of all of that, you can throw something low. And I always love this. I love this candle. It just smells really clean. You can see I burn it all the time in my office, but rules of three. So if you can use that, you can position three things together. Any more than that, it's too chaotic for the eye. So a couple things, you know, decluttering, depersonalizing, deep cleaning. With the deep cleaning, make sure you're getting the vents up top and your blinds, as well as, you know, like now's a great time to start going through your closets, declutter the closets, put stuff in, you know, if you're not going to wear it anymore, put it in a bag for a future donation. You know, I know donations aren't getting picked up right now for good reason, but for future donation, you know, that might be something, if it's usable for someone else, that you can pass it on and do a good thing that way. So that's my couple of quick tips for staging. If you're staging just to live, just get rid of everything that's wintry. We're spring right now, so you want vibrancy, you want colors, you want to let a lot of light coming in. Plus, it'll make you smile and make you happy too. So even though yellows and brighter colors, oranges, are not part of the quote unquote color of the year, if you want to integrate fresh flowers and bring them from the outside in, definitely do that. And now everything smells so good. So if you have the opportunity to open your windows for a little while, but let the light in, and then, like I said, just start taking stuff off of the floors and cleaning off your surfaces. And that would be staging to live and staging to sell. So there's my helpful hints from Heloise via Ginger.
What were the three B's? I missed the three B's.
For staging. So it's 3 Ds. Declutter. So like decluttering this, and maybe I will do that in a future one, and I'll show you what it should look like after, because this is definitely the before. But declutter, depersonalize. So I do have a couple personal pictures here. I started taking them down just because I didn't want a lot of my personal stuff behind me. But taking your personal pictures down, items of religious, you know, things like that. So declutter, depersonalize, and then deep clean, which a lot of us have a lot of time for cleaning right now. So that means getting the baseboards, you know, getting the vents, getting the blinds, things that you might not necessarily clean on a weekly basis. You have more time to do a true deep clean, and maybe clean your carpets, stuff like that.
2 dogs that are getting baths today.
Yes. See, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So those are my tips, my tips for staging, and then keeping things in no more than groups of 3 of different height, maybe different textures. And you know what? Now's a great time too to bring the outside in. So get rid of anything that's really heavy in color, heavy pieces. If you don't need a piece of furniture that's in a room, don't put it in there. You know, just move it out, even just put it in the garage and rearrange the furniture in the room and see how it looks and if it's comfortable for you to live with it that way. Because the heavy furniture, all these heavy blankets that we have on our couches, get rid of them, put them away, because now we're in spring and we want that feeling of vibrance and being alive and living, and greenery is always a great thing. I mean, I know you can't see this next to me just because of the positioning of the chair, but I have things like this. I don't
every time I look, she's got something else that she's pulling from the behind the scenes.
I do. I don't usually do fake flowers, but these are like, for a tall piece like this in a corner, it's a vibrant color. It's part of the color of the year. And, greenery makes you smile. So the only greenery or things that I like that are fake flower kind of things are things like this, or if needed, like an orchid, a white orchid. I've been known to put those in a bathroom, in between like two sinks or something. So
I do have one thing to say. As we walk through houses and as we see pictures of houses and things, do yourself a favor. If you've got a flower pot or somewhere and there's nothing in it, get rid of it.
Yeah.
Or if something is dead, to throw it away.
Yes. Or
put the number one thing.
Or put something in it to make it green, because green is a sign of life, and that's in part why green is part of our logo. So greenery is a great thing. So if you have the ability to integrate natural things into your house on the inside and the outside on the deck, now's the time to definitely do it. I'm not suggesting you run out to the store and buy plants, but I've actually taken pieces from plants that I can separate, and I've put them into pots, and I'm starting to put them on my deck just because I want some greenery out there too. So those are some things to consider. I'm not necessarily the greenest thumb in the world, but that's something that you can possibly do too, is transplant some pieces of things and split them and create more. So
neighbors have been,
people will give you a plant or something and say, oh, this is impossible, you can't kill it, it's so easy. Yeah, it's dead.
That would be me too. I
can't keep anything alive.
my neighbors have been sharing plants all week.
See, that's awesome. I think that's awesome. And
No,
you what?
no, like I don't want, my yard is filled with all kinds of fancy trees and bushes and flowers that the previous owner planted. And my neighbor will like come over and threaten to kill me because I'm out there with a sawzall.
Well,
I'm
so
like
we should have plants. Like, I can't keep grass alive outside.
Oh my gosh. You are too funny.
That's how bad it is.
You are too funny.
less is better. I like less.
Yeah. Well, we put stone down, because one of the things from a home inspection perspective, we get sometimes too, is two things from the landscaping perspective is that, and now's a good time to do it. Make sure that you've got about 18 inches off of your house for any greenery that you have near your home. So you want to give the house and the foundation the ability to breathe. So if you've got, from last season, the shrubs have overgrown and they're kind of touching the house or the foundation, now's a good time, if it's nice outside, which here it is, it's a little chilly, but it's a good time to go out and weed, get some fresh air, get some free vitamin D, and also to trim back those shrubs that might be encroaching on the house. And then, obviously I need to do a lot of weeding, but what we did was mulch is also something that some home inspectors will call out that's not good to be right up against the foundation because of termites and ants and stuff. So we actually converted most of our mulch to stone, and we stoned everything. So it's a little bit, you don't have to throw the mulch down every season, which is kind of nice too for us. Although I still get weeds all between the rocks, so I'm still out there weeding. How about, Melissa, do you have mulch or do you have stone at your house?
All stone.
Yeah. And you find it easier to maintain, right?
Yeah, I just, when we were first here, we put down mulch on purpose so that it padded, kind of compounded the ground. And then we put rock. I like the look of it better. It's cleaner. I don't know. I
love mulch. I don't know. I love mulch.
I like black mulch. Like if a seller's asking me what should I do with the flower bed, I mean, stone is expensive. It's very expensive when you're buying it by the yard, and for the amount of stone that I needed, it was overwhelming. But I do think that if someone's getting ready to list their house, I think that fresh black mulch makes a photo. And I look at everything from the optic of how something's going to photograph. But I like fresh black mulch. I think that that pops really well in a photo, and it offsets the colors if you have any flowers, and even on greenery, it pops the color really well.
We have like plum stone.
I just have to show you this really quick.
Uh-oh.
And it's not going to be on Instagram, but this is my sleepy, lazy coworker.
Oh, how cute is that?
She's dreaming, and she fell asleep with her toy. And
Oh, what a sweet baby. So some of the other questions that we got were, as far as being able to get a loan right now and what's happening. And just so everyone knows, and I know we didn't mention this up front, but we're posting all of these chats on our YouTube channel. So if you want to see anything from this one again, or any of the past ones, I know Monday we had a lender on who did a great job of talking about the current status of the lending world, which is actually ever changing. I just heard that there was another update yesterday to what's going on. So
just from talking to Scott and then talking to another lender yesterday, it was like total difference in 2 days.
Yeah. So, I mean, one of the updates that we heard from the lending perspective was now for jumbo loans, there's only 5 banks, I believe, that are doing those because they are a little bit riskier, especially in this environment. And that credit scores are going up. So for FHA, and I'm not a lender, so I definitely say consult your lender, but that the credit scores were at 1.620. I think Scott said going to 640 on Monday, if I remember correctly. And then yesterday I heard that they were 680. So definitely.
For 680, what I heard yesterday from a lender is that's on VAs, not FHA. FHA is still down.
See, I heard the other way around. So that's why I'm saying consult your lender. We're not lenders, so consult your lender because they are changing. The rules are changing every day. And I do know we heard that verification of employment usually happens, I think within, and if there's any lenders watching on this, feel free to comment. But I heard that it used to be like 7 days within a week before closing. And now that they're shortening that to about 3 days, within 3 days prior to closing. So they call that a VOE, verification of employment. So the key thing is just stay informed. And if you are thinking of buying, call a lender now. And if you need any assistance with finding one, we definitely work with some fantastic lending partners that we have. And they have all different kinds of options depending on what your needs are. So it is critical to start there. We're the fun part. Like Melissa and AJ are the fun ones to take you out shopping or virtually shop with you. But it's critical to talk to the lender first. But so, like I said, we did talk to a lender on Monday. On Wednesday, we kind of talked about the stuff that is just the chaos in the real estate transactions and what we see. Melissa had a really interesting one that she found online, the red kitchen and floor.
Right? That's like, I don't know. My father always loved red. That would be that. He might have liked that, but it was red.
It was very red. But so that was Wednesday's topic. And you can see that we digress. We have a topic, we talk about it a little bit. We get some questions on it, but we digress too. So all of these live at 11s that we've been recording are all on YouTube. So feel free to jump in. And Zach's been giving a kind of like a highlight of what the topic is. And then if you have any questions, feel free to always hit us up on our, any of these channels that you're watching us on, but you can also go to our website, which is givebackteam.com/virtual. And you can schedule a virtual meeting with me, a Zoom meeting, a 30-minute conference call. You can do it with AJ, you can do it with Melissa. And then we're also going to be putting up the frequently asked questions. So we probably will hit frequently asked questions next week, I think too, but some of them came up today when I was on the radio this morning. So that's sort of why we were addressing them. And given the fact that this was the front page of our paper yesterday.
What does that say?
So it says realtors, clients work through coronavirus era. And this was on the front page of yesterday's paper. So
you get the newspaper every day?
I don't. I go online.
Once a week. with
But this is the
coupons in it.
freelance star, yeah, sends this out once a week. And so, like I said, I literally, the post lady had delivered a package. I usually get it in my mailbox and it was right at my front door. And when I opened it, you know, this was literally it was just like this. It was ironic that I literally opened the door and this is what I saw staring at me. So it's, you know, people are worried that we're out there and we're doing business, but there are people who are needing to sell and buy, as you're hearing from everybody here on the group, but we're doing it as virtually as possible, taking into consideration our clients' well-being, the public's well-being, as well as ours. So please don't think that as Give Back Team, we're cavalier and we're just running around showing houses. That's definitely not the case. But
No, and one thing, take care of your mail people, put something out there for them, packaged good or anything.
well, tell everyone what you did, because I actually put something out for my mail carrier too.
I just got a big Ziploc bag. I filled it with gloves because my neighbor told me that our postal lady told her she didn't have any gloves. I have individual hand sanitizing packets. I put a ton of those in there. I put a soda in there, a great big package of Twix, or not Twix, Twizzlers. And just said, stay healthy, love the Longtons. You know, and she wrote me a really cute note back, like, thank you so much for thinking of me. And I mean, it's the small things in life, people. It doesn't have to be super monetary,
Yeah.
you know?
No, I totally agree. I mean, you know, we're very thankful for, I mean, a lot of people in our world that you don't even think about that are putting themselves out there every day for us, you know, obviously all of the medical professionals. But yeah, I mean, when I was showing those 3 houses the other day, the mail was being delivered at that time. And I won't say where I was or what community I was in, but I did notice the mail lady had gotten out of her truck and she was delivering a package to the door and she didn't have gloves on, you know, and I think that that's probably something that's a little stressful for everybody, the delivery people. I mean, there's so many people that are still working. We're still working, but so many people that are still working that are directly coming face to face with public, and, you know, they're putting their health, you know, at risk for us. So I definitely appreciate everything that everyone is doing.
The mail carriers should definitely have gloves.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down to 3 teenagers. I lost one. I had 4, but 1 left. That's a story for another time.
And so they've been booted off your island permanently until this is over, right? Because once you leave, you don't come back.
That's right. They get, you know, Jeff, what's the Survivor guy? The cute little guy with the Jeff
the Survivor.
Yep, I snubbed his torch, and no, you're no, you're not coming back. No exceptions. Anyhow, what the heck were we talking about?
We were we were talking about gloves and.
Okay, so I make one of the teenagers get the mail, and I've been on this computer for a month ordering God knows what. So there's boxes arriving every day of whatever, because what do we do when we're bored?
We shop online.
I've been so good. I'm really proud of myself. I only ordered Swiffer pads. That's the only thing I've bought.
I have a shed that is being delivered today, any minute. A shed.
Where's a shed?
Melissa.
Oh my gosh, if you guys could see. Anyhow, one of them gets the mail, brings it up. There's an area, they set it down, wipe everything down, open the packages, get rid of the boxes, clean everything, wash their hands. It's a thing. Like, I have one teenager assigned, you know, I'm like, there's packages, go take care of it. Because you don't know. But if I was a male person, I would certainly want gloves.
Yeah. Yep. No, I agree. So I noticed that mail carrier did not have them. And so, you know, you got to, like, you have to appreciate all the little things. And I'm not saying that they're little people, but the things that we take for granted every day that people do, and the jobs that people still are doing to keep things moving, like the truckers. You know, I saw something on the news the other day about truck drivers, and they were actually pleading with people not to hoard toilet paper and paper towels and all the, you know, the goods and services, because they're also stopping and shopping, and they're living pretty much out of their truck. I mean, the one woman that they spotlit the other night, it's probably a week ago, she said, I can't even, I'm eating and sleeping in my truck, in my cab, and I can't even find, some things that I need to keep things moving. And I'm delivering those goods and, things to your stores. So, you got to kind of remember that too, that there's other people. Everyone gets that mentality of like, oh my gosh, I need to get as much as I need. But we forget that sometimes in doing that, there are other people that are suffering as a result. So,
well, if there's anything you can do monetary, it doesn't need to be monetary, but if people are around you, I watched my church sermon Sunday, which I don't do often. I like to go to the Christmas service.
yeah.
Not a good practicing religious individual. I believe in a higher power, but whatever. I did watch church last Sunday, and basically, love thy neighbor, help each other. It's
Yeah.
simple. That's my core of values, is be a good person.
Yeah.
Help others.
Yep.
It doesn't matter, color, creed, just be a good person.
Yep.
Offer things. I mean, I've talked to people, heck, I'm like, if you need something, call me. I will throw it on your porch.
Yeah.
If I have it, you're welcome to it.
I need eggs, Melissa. Don't throw them on my porch. I'm just kidding.
You need
Okay,
eggs.
If you want to come and bath these two dogs, you're more than welcome to. Oh my
I
gosh.
have 90 eggs right now.
I'm kidding. I don't need eggs.
You don't need
No,
eggs?
no. I'm totally kidding. No, because if you threw them on my porch, they would be a mess. It would be more like egging my house as opposed to giving me eggs. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Deliver them.
No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm good. Thank you.
I mean,
Well,
I have absolutely everything I could ask for, and I have a special delivery coming today. Anyone want to care to guess what it is?
Wine?
No. I hate
are you
wine.
getting something from the local brewery?
No. Best Buy.
Oculus.
Oh, did you get the glasses? You got the Oculus?
Yep,
Oh
I
my
had to
gosh.
get the only ones they had were the 128.
Hey guys, I lied. I did order something.
What did you order?
I forgot I ordered it.
Oh my gosh. What did you order?
You know the Dyson bladeless fans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This.
I
I had one and I returned it.
Let's see if it actually gets here, because I either ordered it and it's very cheap, or I got totally scammed out of my money.
Well, I will tell you, I have a Traeger grill coming any day now. We got the cover 2 days ago, but we have a Traeger grill coming. So, and all the accoutrements, the rubs. I think I mentioned that the other day. The rubs and the chips, different flavors of chips and stuff. So we've got that is coming. And
Well, it did say that it's shipping to Best Buy and I'm supposed to pick it up. You pull up curbside and they bring it out.
yeah,
But I haven't got notice that it got there yet. And I'm getting nervous. That's why you see me keep checking. I keep
that would be,
checking
oh, it's coming
for my
today.
Oculuses. It's irritating me.
Oh my gosh, you're so funny. Well, I will say one of the things that we ordered, we have a pool, and we're opening the pool on Tuesday, I think, which is early for us, because my daughter is a competitive swimmer. And so we ordered her, and it should be here soon, the harness so that she can tether to it and swim. So she's not been able to practice, for swimming, but she's been working out here, but she's going to be able to swim in our pool, which will probably cost a small fortune to put the heater on. But so we're trying to come up with creative ways to keep our workouts going, keep our bodies moving, and obviously our minds fresh and sharp as well. So, well, I think we should call it, because I think we're about an hour. I just wanted to put out there that we do have a Facebook group that we started. It's called The Human Connection. For anyone that's not a member of that, I suggest that you put that in your search bar over on Facebook and join. There's a couple of them. So the one to look for, it's a black and white. I just got a phone call. It's a black and white photo and it says The Human Connection across it. We would love for you guys to join, because we have people from almost every state in the US and about 16 countries right now And we're growing every day. And it's all about positivity. Kind of what we're ending this call on is talking about just doing good things and being kind to others. And it's a place where you can get a smile, you know, if you're down. If you have a creative idea that people could do at home, play a game. I know that Melissa did you did a scavenger hunt. I think we're going to probably try and do
Oh,
another.
yeah. You know, gosh, I got to do another scavenger hunt.
Yeah. So, and those are fun. So we're going to throw another scavenger hunt. But tonight, Zach, why don't you tell them what we're doing?
So tonight we're doing a happy hour, virtual happy hour. So we are inviting people to join us. If you're interested in doing that, let us know so we can send you a link.
And it's at what time?
7 o'clock.
Eastern Standard Time, because we have people from all over the place that are joining. So
Maybe I should have put that.
yeah, Eastern Standard Time. Because we got people from all over, but not even the country, but the world.
Hey,
so,
we might be there at 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock somewhere.
somewhere. It's 7 o'clock somewhere. So yeah, we probably need to update that. But yeah, so if you're interested in joining us, we would love for you to do that. And next week, our goal is to have someone from every state and whatever other countries on the happy hour next week. So we would love to do.
How many members are we at?
I think 2,700 in less than 3 weeks.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep. So, and it's all positive. Not talking about any of the negative stuff. We're leaving that outside the group. You can find that somewhere else on Facebook, but not at the Human Connection. This is the point of that group is at a time that we're being told to socially distance. It's a place where you can connect with each other. So for a smile, something positive, or a creative idea to do while you're at home with your fur babies, your crazy teenagers. If you're by yourself, it doesn't really matter. We're all here to help each other out because, you know, we're all going to get
And then there were 3.
That's right.
No, what happened? I need to know. I need an update. She's so excited. I asked her if she wants to get a bath. She's like, yes, please.
Oh, does she know?
Aww.
You want a bath? You want to get a bath?
Really?
They're so cute.
Oh.
All right, so we're going to end it here because it's been about an hour. So we're going to update you guys with what's going on for next week, our topics. If there's anything that you'd like to hear from us, please let us know for our live at 11 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, provided we can remember what day of the week it is, all joking aside. And we will be doing a happy hour tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Human Connection, which is another Facebook group that we have. We'd love for you to join us there. And have a great, happy, and healthy weekend. And we definitely will see you on Monday at 11. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.